This is part 1 of my book review of Angels and Archangels, A Magician's Guide by Damien Echols. This is after he wrote his other book, High Magic, that I have also reviewed. I'm just going to go through the first part, the table of contents here. This is one of my all-time favorite books. The first thing he does is introduce what is angel magic, how he invoked them during his book, High Magic, when he was in prison for 18 years on death row, how this book relates to high magic, why angel magic, the will, the ego crossing the abyss, the difference between angels and archangels, and looking forward. What is angel magic? Not just another religion. People who say they don't believe in magic are simply saying that they haven't practiced magic. Magic doesn't function on belief. It's not a religion. It's a system of practices that work whether you believe in them or not. Now that's powerful. And how magic is the art and practice of conscious evolution, being aware. Very similar to the law of attraction, creative visualization, and manifesting, but just with that added pack of power. With the magical ritual added into it. It talks about the goal as a magician develops and reaches the end of his life is to let go of his material self and ascend into the astral realm. The world isn't anything like what most people think it is. That's true. Difference between angels and archangels, history of magic, science, magic, and alchemy. And now we jump into angels and archangels. So he talks about how it's not so much about the spellings and pronunciations. It's really about the belief in the angel. Names, it can be different names throughout the ancient texts. And so don't get hung up on spelling, pronunciation, or names. Including gender, some angels carry more feminine and masculine qualities, but they really aren't, they're really genderless. And then he offers in the description of the angels that you're about to see physical descriptions. This is just to help ground you as you're getting into your meditative state and visualizing the angel, as you'll see. And here we go with archangels of the elements. So here we start with Raphael, whose name means the healing of God. And Raphael is the archangel of air, associated with the east and the season of spring. There's Raphael's sigil for when you want to call specifically on Raphael, some keys to visualizing Raphael, and some reasons to invoke Raphael. Moving on to Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel is the archangel of water and the west. She's associated with autumn. There's her sigil. I say her, but you know what I mean. I just think of Gabriel as a her. I have her picture in my mind, so that's for me. I know what Gabriel looks like for me. Keys to visualizing Gabriel and some reasons to invoke Gabriel. Moving on, we have Michael, or Michael. He is associated with the West and the Archangel of Fire. I always picture him in beautiful red armor on a white stallion, a humongous white stallion, in red armor with a little bit of gold trim, and he's just huge and powerful and a protector. So that's Michael's sigil. And this is all about, Michael is always about courage, willpower, ambition, passion, lose weight, get into shape, ferocity, protection, passion, yes, as I said. And finally, we have Uriel. I started to decode these and realize that this is the Hebrew spelling of Uriel, calling to Uriel. So then I realized, oh, okay. they must all be calling, the sigils must all be calling to the angel. That makes so much sense. So that's Uriel's sigil, and Uriel, he's like the magician's angel. He watches over magicians and gives extra power to their magic. He's also one of my favorite because he is associated with winter and earth and forest green robes. So I always think of like evergreen trees and a snow-capped mountain. And I personally see Uriel always holding a lantern and like a huge accounting book of finances because he helps with prosperity and abundance on the earthly plane. There you go. Reasons to invoke Uriel. Divination, finances, obtaining material goods and wealth. So that's part 1 of this fantastic book, Angels and Archangels. Join me for part 2.